Here we have for sale our 2018 on an 18 plate Volkswagen Transporter. This is the T6, which is the shape. So it's the 6th generation Transporter. It's a T28, meaning it's got a 2.8 ton gross vehicle weight. This one has got the 2 litre TDI diesel Euro 6 engine producing 102 brake horsepower, and in this van that's accompanied with a 5-speed manual gearbox, and this is the short wheelbase Trendline panel van. And what we're going to do in this video is have a little walk around. I'll show you the spec that you get on a Trendline panel van of this age. We'll also talk you through the bits which have clearly been added to this particular vehicle as well to enhance the look of it. And we'll also talk you through in detail about the condition of this particular example, look at things like the service history, seeing as it is currently available for sale at the time of recording. So first thing to mention, the colour. This is called Reflex Silver. It's a really nice, bright, metallic silver. And I really think when you combine that with some of the styling elements that we see on this van, it really does set it off very nicely indeed. So looking here then at the rear doors, these are called barn doors. So barn doors are 2 doors which open like so. The other option which you can get is a tailgate, which is 1 door which opens up like that. Barn doors have the benefit of being a little bit more practical, let's say. So that means you can just open 1 door, even like so, and you can grab something from inside without having to open up this big single door and expose everything that is inside. So let's have a look inside the load area then, and we can see here that this van has got brand new ply lining. Now you'll know if you watch any or many of our other videos, we do this on the vast majority of panel vans which come into stock. The idea of ply lining is that it's there to protect the van. So if you've got cargo in the back of the vehicle, as you're driving around, it's moving around, it's not going to cause any nasty outward dents in the side of your vehicle. But looking here, it's in lovely condition in the back. All these exposed painted areas, you can clearly see that this is a van that has not had a hard life, and I guess to be expected with the mileage which is on this van, which you'll see a bit later on. If you look at this little button just here, it says press. If you do as it says, that allows you to actually open the rear doors up to their full 180-degree position like so. Otherwise they will just lock into place there at 90 degrees. But lovely condition here in the back, and you can also see there are a couple of load lights there in the back, and we've also got the factory fitted bulkhead, which I'll show you in a bit more detail when we go around to the side loading door. On a Trendline then, you do get a number of elements which come colour coded. That includes like this trim just here above the rear number plate, the door handles around the vehicle. Also your bumpers and mirrors come colour coded. So you can see the rear bumper there nicely colour coded in that reflex silver. You can also see then that we have got rear parking sensors on here. Fantastic in a van where you haven't got windows at the back. Makes life a lot easier when it comes to reversing. In terms of condition then at the back of the van, you can just see here there's a couple of very sort of hairline minor marks on the rear bumper there, but all in all looking very clean and tidy. I can also see a little mark here which has just been touched in. Of course we do that to improve any marks that we can see, but as I say, if there's anything that I can see, I will gladly point it out to you. We like to be as honest and transparent as we possibly can be. Looking then down the passenger side of the vehicle, and this is where we like to look then in the reflections down the side of the van to look for, as I say, any dents, ripples, marks, anything like that, any adverse condition, as I say, anything which I can point out to you to give you a bit more information. But I must say, it's looking very clean and tidy. If we're being very critical, there might be a tiny little, just where the top of my finger is there, might be the smallest little pin dent there, but that is being, as I say, very critical indeed. We've also got these lovely gloss black 18-inch alloy wheels, which are all in fantastic brand new condition all around with brand new tyres, and they, I think they really set the van off very nicely. And when you combine that as well with the black sidebars which have been added and the black roof bars, I say it just all ties in nicely there. And the other thing which has been added at the back of the vehicle, we can also see that we've got the rear spoiler there as well. If we open up the side loading door then, I can just see here a little mark on one of the handles there of the side loading door, and I can also just see a tiny little mark just up there as well, just above my finger just there. Good job I cleaned my nails. Looking then in the back of the vehicle, we can start to have a look, as I say, at the load space from this angle, and again really nice condition. The step is all looking really good, and as I say, that bulkhead is always a sign of a vehicle, of the life that it's previously had, and we can see here that, as I say, all in very, very good condition. They are just bolted in around the outside, so they are easily removable. We get asked that quite a lot, and a Transporter one is actually in 2 halves, so you can see those bolts going across the top of there. You can just take the top off if you wanted, but as I say, good metal bulkhead, gives you that separation between the cab and the load space. If we start to open up the passenger door then, starting to have a look inside the cab, I can just see, again, a couple of very sort of minor light marks just there and on the fuel cap. I say nothing particularly drastic, but as I say, I always like to show you. Looking then, as I say, in the cab from the passenger side, really good condition here in the step and on the floor. Looking at the glove box, again, no issues there. Maybe the smallest little mark just there, very, very light. You can actually turn the passenger airbag off here if you want to as well. You can see that we have got some, the leather wallet with the vehicle, with some supplements there as well to show you how to control the radio and things like that. Passenger door card, all in really good order. And as I say, I'd like to point you towards the service history that we've got with the vehicle. So we can see here on the service history printout, this shows VW's system of services that have previously been recorded. So you can see here in December of 2020 there was an interval service with an oil change, and that was at 13,506 miles. And then this is one of our service sheets. This is during our preparation when, I say, we've had the vehicle in. So we've done a full service on it. We've also done the timing belt and water pump kit, which is due every 4 years on these vehicles. So we've done that, and you can see here we've changed all the filters as well, the air filter, fuel filter, cabin filter, timing belt kit, water pump, and also an alternator belt as well. So really have been thoroughly through it ourselves to give it a clean bill of health, bring everything right up to date as well. Sorry, just bear with me 1 second here. The gimbal is starting to die. You can see that we've got the dual passenger seat. You can actually flip that forward, bit of extra storage under there, and you can see that we've got the toolkit with the vehicle there as well. Moving around then to the front of the vehicle. Apologies if the gimbal dies again, it points at the floor. I will try and carry on as best I can. We've got the colour-coded mirrors there, and then looking towards the front of the vehicle we can also see we've got the Sportline front splitter just there, which just totally sets the vehicle off. As I say, when you combine that with the alloy wheels and the sidebars, etc., looks very, very nice indeed. Looking at the bonnet, a couple of minor stone chips to the bonnet. You can just see in this sort of area here, again, nothing that you wouldn't expect to see. And looking down below, looking really clean and tidy just there. And then finally, on the outside of the vehicle, just having a look down the driver's side of the vehicle here, looking very, very smart. See if there's anything there which I can point out to you. There's not a lot. As I say, take the time to, of course, pause the video, go back to any points that you want to see. If I open up the driver's door then, again, just a very sort of minor little mark just there. And then on top of the driver's door then we have electric windows, electric heated mirrors. You can see the mileage there, 16,794 miles. You can see the vehicle is running and idling correctly there, as it should be. No warning lights or anything like that on the dashboard. Got cruise control on the left hand side. As I mentioned, a 5-speed manual gearbox. And if we look at the center screen just here, you have got DAB radio. You can also connect your phone to this via Bluetooth. There's an AUX port there, SD card slot, and a USB on the left hand side. You can toggle the start stop on or off as well as you wish. Looking at the driver's seat then, you can see that we have got the twin adjustable armrests. You can set those to your desired height, but lovely condition there indeed. As I say, in the cab, all looking very, very nice. The only thing I can really fault it on, I can just see this bit of plastic there on the very, very corner. That looks like that's been creased at some point. It's not sticking up now, but as I say, it does look to be a slight crease in that. The vehicle will be supplied with 2 full remote keys as well. And as I say, we've put it, of course, through our workshop for a clean bill of health. If you'd like to inquire on this vehicle or see the full advert, please head over to our website, which is listed there, bridgeendvans.co.uk. This is where you'll find the photography, the description, and of course the price of the vehicle. We will welcome inquiries on either of the numbers listed here at the bottom of the sign as well. So any questions you have, get in contact. We can arrange delivery on all of our vehicles nationwide, and we can also take cars or vans in part exchange, and we can also offer finance at very competitive rates as well to spread the cost of your purchase. Thank you very much for watching.